This morning, thousands of college students are learning remotely after their universities pulled the plug on in-person learning. The National Desk's Angela Brown back with us right now. And Angela, we know colleges and universities were given billions of dollars to prevent this very thing from happening, and yet we're seeing this pretty widespread right now.
Right, and what's so fascinating, Jan, is that even more money is coming in. On Friday, the Department of Education announced an additional $198 million in American Rescue Funds to help colleges hit the hardest by the pandemic. Money to tackle things like food and housing and security. But despite all of this money coming in, many colleges and universities started the year online. Michigan State University starting spring 2022 semester remote. Freshman Morgan Schmidt jumps between taking classes online in her dorm and sometimes Starbucks.
I feel though it's really hard as personally for myself to stay focused with everything being online.
Billions of dollars pouring into universities for COVID relief, and the faucet is still running. Adam Andrzejewski, the founder of Open the Books, crunched the numbers spanning 2 administrations.
Why are any college students today in a remote learning environment? There's been $70 billion of congressional COVID aid doled out to the 5,000 institutions of America's colleges and universities.
Money that started trickling in early in the pandemic during the Trump administration.
Colleges and universities that received $14 billion in federal funding from the CARES Act in March 2020.
Under the Biden administration, the American Rescue Plan provided nearly $40 billion for colleges and universities. So where's the money going? Last week, this Department of Education press release cites a survey of college presidents that found nearly 90% of institutions used American Rescue Funds to buy COVID-19 tests, conduct health screenings, and meet urgent health needs. For example, Grambling State University in Louisiana used $1.5 million to cancel institutional debt for students. Johnson County Community College in Kansas used funding for free or low-cost workforce programs for people who lost their jobs. But Andrzejewski says there is some waste.
For example, Columbia University has an endowment of $13 billion, and yet they received $64 million worth of coronavirus aid. Why?
As for college students like Morgan, she just wants to go to class.
With being online, we have every technical issue in the book. I can tell you, I've had every Wi-Fi issue, tests not being able to be submitted.
And many universities moved online the first semester of 2022 because of an increase in COVID cases. Now, many indicate this is only short term. Of course, we're going to keep our eye on the situation to see if there's something different.